Is for Allah, nothing but Allah. Ba is the beginning of Bismillah. Ta is for taqwa, bewaring of Allah. And Tha is for thawab, a reward. Ja is for Jannah, the garden of paradise. Ha is for Hajj, the blessed pilgrimage. Kha is for Khatam, the seal of the prophethood given to the Prophet Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to our program, Learn Arabic. Today it's meme. How can you write it and how can we pronounce it? And as everyone knows, that meme is described as a nasal sound and a nasal letter. But that means if you'd like to pronounce meme, it could be very close to M in English. I think we can discuss more about that, but after introducing all my guests today, I'm joined as always with Khalid from Guyana, Muhammad from England, Osama from Egypt, and Nabil finally from Pakistan. Welcome to all of you. It's meme, which is pronounced actually as meh. Yeah. Did you find any difficulty in pronouncing it? Let me just try that.
Meme is probably the easiest one.
It's the easiest one.
The easiest
okay.
one, yeah.
But I would tell you that when it comes to writing meme, I would say it would be different from M in English.
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
Right. Yeah,
right.
right.
And let me just go on here to the slide.
I mean, is there any words similar to Arabic in English?
I see. Well, you don't have a lot, actually. But I would say when it comes in pronunciation, I think that we have a lot of Arabic letters that probably are very similar.
Yeah, but I'm talking about writing.
No, about writing, of course, they are different, completely different.
Yeah.
We have to remember, as we discussed before in the first episode, that even the side of writing in Arabic is starting from the right to left. Okay, anyway, let's now get back again to the slide here, and it says, meme is a connecting letter whose basic shape is easily identifiable. A small round loop. Here is that. So now we're going to start today with that, something like that. Or you can also make something like that. We're going to see. Okay. And the way the loop is drawn and connected to the other letters varies in handwriting. I think that's right. But when it comes in the typewriting style, I think it will be just one form, which is meme, which is closed below, not above the line.
Yes.
Okay. To write independent meme, begin on the line, draw a small round loop over and around to the right side. Here it is, in this way. Can you see that? To the right side. So this is loop. And then we make a straight line. Okay. Continue along the line a short distance. Make a corner. And draw the tail straight down. Here it is. When it comes to, if you like just to write meme as an independent form, so you write that in this way. Can you see that? Or also you can write that in this way. Why not? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Well, I think this is probably better if you like just to write meme as an independent shape, independent form. This is about meme as an independent shape.
What about its initial position?
In initial position, well, I think that this is the point that, Muhammad, we're going to discuss. Meme, when it comes to initial position, it's all the time connected.
Yeah.
So it's the same like ayn, it's the same like ghain, the same like ta. So we have common feature in Arabic letters that most of them, when they come in initial position, they are connected. Here is that. For meme, it's always connected, and the letter may be looped up or down. Here is that. So I can write, for example, the word Masr, which means Egypt. Yeah. Let me just write that. How many letters do we have here in this word?
5, 3.
Okay. Ma, Sa, and Ra. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. I would combine all of them together. So please follow me in writing this. Ma, Sir, Masr. Must. Exactly, that's right. Here we go.
Right.
Here we go, right. Okay, well, that's terrific. Interesting. Well, here is it. So we say Masr or Misr, as it is mentioned in Quran. But we don't say Masr, because again, we don't have vowel here above the letter Sa. Okay, so when we pronounce meme in Arabic, it's close in pronunciation to M in English. It's the same meh. That's why it's described as a bilabial sound. But that means that the two lips are coming together closer in order to pronounce it perfectly. Okay, so when it comes to initial position, it's always connected, and you can write that in this form. So it's called looped down, or probably it can be looped up, here in this way. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Can you see that?
I think normally people write loop down, because if you loop up, it was closer to fan cough.
And cough, yeah.
Cough, exactly, that's right.
I think
But
that
again, just one distinction, which is dot.
The dots,
Okay.
yeah.
And also you have to remember that when it comes to qaf or fa, we make a kind of very short line here. Here is that.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you see that? We make a kind of 90-degree angle here, probably.
I mean, if you loop down and it's to put a dot, that still signifies the meme because fa and qaf is loop up.
Exactly.
I think the classic way is loop down.
Exactly, that's right, Khalid.
Yeah, I think meme is like just like a circle, but the fa is like you got before you reach, you got it like a curve.
Exactly, that's absolutely correct. Okay, so this is meme when it comes to actually initial position. Let me just move on here, and meme when it comes in the medial position. It should be looped down from the connecting segment. Here is that, like for example, ummi. I think that's true. Or can you give me another example for meme when it comes to the medial position?
Imam.
Thamar.
Yeah.
Imam. Thamar.
Thamar.
So look, qamar, right.
Yeah.
Let me write this word. For example, I would say qamar. And how many letters do we have in the word qamar?
Well,
3, huh?
3.
Here is it. That is qa, 2 dots. Combining qa with ma. Here is that. It should come here, actually.
Loop down.
Exactly. It's called down looped.
Yeah.
You can't actually write qamar here in this way, Can you see that?
Yeah.
It's a very small circle. And then you make ra.
Yeah.
Qamar. Can you see that?
So the meme can be looped up in initial position only.
Exactly, Usama. That's right. So,
And it's preferable not to do that.
I would suggest that. I mean, this is my recommendation.
Yes.
Make meme all the time, loop down. Okay. So this is when it comes to middle position. How about in the final position? Let me just move on here to the following. So can you give me, please, an example? Here is that. How? In final position, sometimes connected like Kareem, and sometimes disconnected like
Imam.
Yeah.
Yep, Imam, right. So let me just start, for example, with Kareem or Imam or Isam. I would start with Kareem. Here is it. How many letters do we have here? Here is it. It's Kaf.
4.
4.
Okay, Kaf. And then we have Ra. And then we have Ya. And then we have Mim.
Yeah.
Okay. I would combine all of them together. Here is it. Please follow me.
Yeah.
Ka, Ra. And then Ra, as you know, when it comes to middle position, it's not connected with the following one. And then we have Ya with 2 dots. We're going to discuss more about Ya. Then you can make something like that. Can you see that? Well, that would be perfect. Here we go. Exactly. That's right. Khalid, excellent. Osama, great. Well, excellent. Right. Here's it in this way. So this is the first case when meme comes in final position, which is connected. But on the other hand, it also comes disconnected. Like, for example, when I say the word Isam or Imam, here is it in this way. If I say Imam, religious leader, or Isam, here is it. Ain, Sa, A, Ma. How many letters do we have here?
4.
4. How many emphatic letters do we have?
We have only 1.
1, which is Ain. How about Sa?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's also the emphatic letter,
yeah,
right?
also
Here we go.
emphatic.
How about Mim?
No, it's,
So-
it's a nasal sound.
It's a nasal sound. Here we go. You got my point now. Okay. So let me just combining all of them together. Here is that. I will remove the tail, as we discussed before.
Yeah.
We're going to start here with A, and then Sa.
Also, we remove the tail.
The tail, right, exactly. We remove the tail of Sa. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And then we combine Sa with A, then we add Ma. Can you see that? Ma here is coming, Me is coming here disconnected. And it's coming
What is the
down.
meaning of sound?
Sa, Asam.
Yeah, what is the meaning?
Well, Asam actually, that is a kind of, it's the name of the people, of the persons here in some communities,
so
in
it
some
is a
countries.
proper name here.
Exactly, Usama. And by the way, if you say Asami, that's something else. It's the person who is struggling in his life in order to get his livelihood. Right, here we go. So, so this is for meme when it comes in final position. We do have, again, 2 important cases, sometimes connected, sometimes disconnected. Now let me move on here. Shapes for writing this letter meme. Masr, Ummi, Kareem, Asam. I would like just to write that. Please follow me in writing this.
Yes.
Here is it. So I would write Masr, Ma, Sa, and Ra. Kareem. Can you see that? Ka, Ra, Ya, and then Ma. Asam. I, Sa, A, or Alif, and then Mim. Here is it.
Yeah, that's
Can you see that? Well, I like that, Osama. Right. Muhammad, excellent. Nabil, okay. Well, that's terrific. Okay. So this is about Ma when it comes in final position. Now let me just move on to the following alphabet in Arabic, which is, it's called Noon. Okay. I think that we discussed it before. A lot of Arabic letters that are described as oral sound. But for Noon and for Mim, both of them actually are described as nasal sound.
Yeah.
Probably they are the only nasal sounds in Arabic. That means if you just write, well, do you still remember, we were talking about N or
Yeah.
Na in English. It's a kind of nasal sound.
Yeah.
and you put your tip of the tongue against the alveolar ridge, or
So-
against your teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do that? So we say na.
No.
Right, exactly.
So here
الفيلر.
the oral cavity closes so that the airstream comes out from the nose.
Exactly, Usama. And that's why they describe this sound as a kind of nasal sound. So that means that the airstream is not released from the oral cavity, it's released from the nasal cavity.
Yeah.
And described as nasal sound.
We put the front of tongue on the alveolar.
Alveolar ridge,
Yeah,
right.
alveolar.
The
Exactly.
back of teeth. Huh?
Exactly, that's right. Okay. So that is called the nasal sound, and that's why a lot of linguists classify Arabic as a language that has only two nasal sounds, ma and na. Okay. But in English we have three, I think so. Okay. So let me just read that. It's a connecting letter whose shape resembles that of ba in initial and medial position, except for the placement of the dot. Very interesting. Can you see that? I would write the letter ba.
Yes.
Just remember it.
Yep.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Here that in this way. A small hook here, but rather than putting dot here, if you put dot here, it will be ba.
Yeah.
Okay? If you put that here, it will be
Ta.
ta. If you put three dots, it will be.
Ta.
I think that is when it comes to now, we just put one dot.
Yeah, one
Can you see
dot.
that?
Yeah.
And I think that we can discover more about how can we write na in different position after having a break. My dear viewers, we're gonna have a break. Stay tuned. We will be right back.
In your standpoint of view, are there specific or certain criteria to choose your spouse or a partner, to marry or not to marry? Maybe that's the question. Do we revise the quality of performance of our treatment between the family members as fathers or mothers? As they say usually, it's not what you say, it's how would you say it. Wouldn't you like to be a good storyteller for your kids? Neurobiologically speaking, child abuse and emotional trauma causes scars in the brain of the child, and this might be not easily healing. What's the exact job description of a father? Is it clothing, payments, and feeding, or other important things? Well, I think the job description of a father is merely giving him love and care, self-confidence, giving him sense of security, and checking for the points of strengths to strengthen them. What about potty training and its planning? Oh yeah, actually, it's a state, it's a condition. Fatherhood is not a body or a person, it's a state. Are you a good or skillful designer for the policy and the long-term plans of the life of your kids? Join us every Wednesday for Family Issues.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the second part of our program, Learn Arabic. In the previous part, I think that we were discussing how can you write noon. I think that would be very easy because noon can be found in English.
Yeah.
It's a nasal sound, it's very easy in pronunciation, and I would say also it's very easy in writing.
Yes.
I would say here it's a very interesting point. Noon, if you just would like to write noon, imagine that you're writing ba. Okay. And rather than putting the dot below the letter, you put that above the letter.
Yes.
And please be very careful. Here you put the dot here. In this way. Can you see that? Please don't put the dot here, or in this position, or here. Inside, actually.
And I think noon is more curved than ba.
Exactly. I would say that, right. But some people actually don't care about that. They write that closer to ba, but they just put one dot above. Well, both of them are right. Okay. Now let me just read what the slide here says. The name is noon. It's a connecting letter. Here is that. So we have to understand it's a connecting letter means it's combined with the following one, which means, in other words, that we never have noon as a disconnected letter in initial position. So it's the same like ta and dha and ayn and ghayn and
Same
so on.
series continue on.
It's the same rules. Okay. So here it is. It's a connecting letter whose shape resembles of ba in initial and in medial position, except for the placement of the dot. It differs from ba in that the independent and final forms of noon take a characteristic tail shape that dips well below the line. That's the point 7 that you were talking about, which is curved.
Curved, yeah.
Right. So here is it. I would say that it's written here in this way. We put just one dot. How about when it comes to the initial position for na? Let me just have a look at this. In initial position, it's always connected. Can you see that?
But again here, the same problem we were speaking about in the previous episode. So we have in the Eververse Quran a disconnected noon. And also we have a whole chapter, an entire chapter that is called noon or, yeah.
I think we can keep going on discussing the same thing again and again, but theoretically we won't be able to prove it. So I think the summary of the situation is that we should not discuss this, because even though we discuss it, we cannot theoretically prove it. What does it mean?
It sounds like the disagreement is still on between Islam and Muhammad.
Yeah.
But I would tell you that is, well, we discussed that before in Sad. And we said that we have surah in Quran that starts with Sad, like that. And also we have Surah Al-Qalam, starts with Noon. Noon wal-Qalam wa ma yasturun, right, something like that. So, if you just ask me what's the meaning of Noon, I would say, I don't know. But if you ask me, does it have a meaning? I would say, oh, absolutely.
Because you believe in it. That's your belief, that's part of your religion.
Right.
Yeah.
By a non-Muslim, you should try to explain to him, you say, I believe in it. So he won't, for him it doesn't really matter what you believe in. You can't theoretically prove it that it has some meaning. So that's the point.
I would say, if I am in this position, and if I'm in your shoes, to be asked such a question, I would say that we have secrets, but we don't know what is it. So, I do believe that there's something here.
And this is open for us to search more about what does that might mean.
But on the other hand, I respect Muhammad's opinion, that he is actually making a kind of reasoning and logic opinion.
It's there for search, but half of us say it's a secret, so we don't even care about it. It goes in our secret books, and only few percent of us maybe trying to look for it.
That's right. Okay. Now let's get back again to noon when it comes to initial position. I would say when it comes to initial position, it's always connected like the pronoun nahnu. I think we did not discuss so far the pronouns in Arabic language. We did not discuss, for example, the adjectives, the nouns, the verbs, and I think that in the second part, special episodes for learning Arabic, we can discuss more about that. But just to give you example for noon, so when it comes to initial position, it's always connected like nahnu. Here is that, which means we. Okay. How about in the medial position? In medial position here is connected. Like, for example, the word Tunis.
Yeah.
Can you see that? Okay. Tunis is the name, it's Tunisia, the name of one country in North Africa. Okay, so in medial position, it's always connected like sana, which means year. Let me just write that. And the word Tunis, for example, how many letters do we have in Tunis?
We have four.
4. Are you sure about that?
100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Wa, na, and sa.
So,
Can you see that? Do you have any notice or any observation about these letters? Na, wa, na. I'm sorry.
Sin is probably emphatic.
Yep.
Sin is probably emphatic.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say here that we have ta, beer sound, we have wa is a vowel, this is a nasal consonant, and this is another consonant in Arabic also. But let me just combine all of them together.
Yeah.
So I would say that ta here starts with a small. Please follow me in writing that. Here is a ta.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have wa. We're going to discuss more about wa after a while. And then we have na. Here is it for na. When it comes in medial position again, we start with a small hook here in this way. We put just one dot, and then we make 3 teeth. Here is it. Sa is coming here in the final position. So we must have tail.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is about Tunis. Okay, let me just have a look at this, Usama. Yep. Here we go. Well, excellent, Nabil. Yep. Muhammad. Well, that's great. Okay. So this is for now when it comes in medial position. Okay. How about now when it comes in final position? Let me just have a look at this. In final position, I would say that sometimes it comes connected.
Sometimes disconnected.
Right. And sometimes comes disconnected. Let me just give you an example.
Azan.
Right. Yeah. If I say, for example, the name in Arabic, Ayman. So let me start with that here. We have a, we have ya, we have ma, and we have na.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
There we go.
Is that Urdu or Arabic?
Well, there's no order here. This is just Arabic. Okay, let me just write that.
Then you put it for the 3 dots. And
okay, here is it. A, ya, ma, and then na. Can you see that?
Yes.
So a here comes the initial position, disconnected all the time. And then we combine actually ya with ma after that. And then we combine ma with na here in this one.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it comes here connected with the previous one, and
In final position.
in final position, and we do have tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how about when it comes disconnected, like the word, for example,
London.
London?
Yeah.
Here we go. So, how many letters do we have in London?
4.
Well, 4, yeah.
La, na, da, and na.
No.
Yeah.
That is connected with the previous one. We know that.
Yeah.
But we never have that that's connected with the following one.
Yeah.
It's a rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Okay. How about na? Na, on the other hand, comes here in the middle position and it's connected in this way. And then we make da. And then we make
What's
disconnected.
the Arabic pronunciation of London?
It's London.
Listen.
It's London. I would say the same. Right. Some people in the Gulf area say London.
Yeah.
Sounds like
London.
that.
They say London.
London. Some people in Sudan, when I was in Sudan, they say London, something like that. But again, it depends on your dialect. Okay, but anyway, the bottom line here is that we have na in final position, that is disconnected. Okay, so this is about noon. Different shapes for writing this letter. So let me just repeat all of them again. I would write all of them. Please follow me in writing this.
Okay.
Here is it. So we have the first one here, nahnu, which is a pronoun, plural pronoun. Na, ha, another na. Here is it.
Yeah.
Okay. Tunis. So I would say that here. Can you see that? Ta. Here is it. Okay. How about London? Here is it. Na, da, another na. Can you see that? Okay. Are you done?
That's it.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay. I like that. Well, that's excellent. Terrific. Okay. So this is about na. Let me just now move on to the Arabic. I would say that this is probably the Arabic letter that is described as ha. And do we have something like that in different languages for ha?
Yeah, we have H in English.
Right. It's H, right.
Yeah.
And is it pronounced like ha in Arabic?
No, not in the same manner.
Right. Probably in ha
Pronunciation.
in Arabic could be
But
stronger.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay. Let me just read that here in the slide. And it says, this letter represents a familiar sound, the one spelled in English by H in house. Okay. Unlike English, ha, which can be silent in ours. Can you see that?
I don't think so. Ha is actually close to house, because house is very very slight and ha is very strong. I think that's probably the wrong mistake.
Right. And on the other hand, I would say, for example, if you give another example like hat.
Yeah, that's probably more close than house.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I would say again here that also in house, we have also a clear H.
No,
here.
I think house is very light compared.
Well-
If you compare to ha and house,
Here is the point. Yes, Osama, you have a comment.
No, I'm saying that ha, okay, is different in Arabic. Is different from H in English.
Exactly.
Very
And that's why
different.
I want to say that ha in Arabic is probably closer to H in English, but it's not like H in English.
Yeah.
We can understand more about ha here in the slides. And it says, moreover, the English H sound tends to occur at the beginning of the word or syllable, whereas Arabic ha can occur in a position. Well, I think let me just make a kind of experience here. I would say house, and I would say, can you give me example for ha
In Arabic,
in Arabic?
Hamza.
هذا
Hada, right.
Harun.
Or Harun, something like that. Yep.
عربة.
Harabam.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
okay. I would explain that here, that is, I would say that is, if you just say hat,
Yeah.
and if you just say, in Arabic, like for example, the word haram,
Yeah.
I think that there is close relationship between both in pronunciation. I know that they are
I think
different.
anything that is H8 is closer than what is HOHU. H8 is more closer to ha.
Ha,
Right.
Yeah.
sure,
Right.
Yeah.
Can you see that? So this is my point. If you just
Like
pronounce
hard,
right,
hat, as you said.
right,
So that's
and if you say heart or hurt, or if you say, for example,
I think
house.
hurt is probably taken away the thickness of ha.
Okay, so here is the point. I would tell you that is In Arabic, we have ha, and I would say that's very close to H in English in a certain way.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you can find in English that H may not be pronounced like ha in Arabic. Like, for example, if you say hour,
Yeah.
so it's not pronounced. We have H right, but it's not pronounced.
Silent, yeah.
Right. We don't have that in Arabic, by the way. So I would tell you that how, when it comes to the initial position, I think that all the time it's connected.
Yes.
And I think that is we can discover more about how in the upcoming episodes. I'm sorry, but our time is running out, my dear viewers. If you just have any comment, please send me email to brave107@yahoo.com. Thank you for joining us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
A is for Allah, nothing but Allah. Ba is the beginning of Bismillah. Ta is for taqwa, bewaring of Allah. And Tha is for thawab, a reward. Ja is for Jannah, the garden of paradise. Ha is for Hajj, the blessed pilgrimage. Kha is for Khatam, the seal of the prophethood given to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.